Once again, we're back to the action on the race course. Here we have the final heat of the FE class. 5 laps, final 5 laps of the year to determine the national champion. And what a start. Steve Hunick, who started on pole position from the lawn start, is on the inside.
And Herb White, boat number 88, that black boat, he's right up there with him.
Marking on the outside, we have Jim Starkey. He's in second. He's in the middle, in the third.
Right in the wake, actually.
That's right. Herb White is holding on second now in the far corner. This is where they'll probably space out a little bit. Hunick still out in front, where he was just where he finished in the first heat.
He's right back out there too. You can see the other boats; they're kind of all over the place. They're wide, they're inside, they're outside. They're basically trying to just find a position that isn't
from second to sixth. It's a real,
that isn't rough out there.
You want to get the good water. But Steve, here he is again, right?
He's got the nice water. All he's going to do is hit a little bit of a wake that they caused when they started off, and that's it. Now he's out. He's home free. Take a look at the other boats. Look at the wash they have to go through. I don't know how sometimes they keep these boats on the water.
This is where it gets tough.
And take a look. We've got Hunicki. He's building up a good lead here. Herb White on the outside. He's chasing them down. Again, we've got Bradbury and Clark and Starkey. We've got the full, I guess there's 7 boats out there right now.
Well, Mark, this is where we find out. I'm sure Steve went back after his first heat victory and didn't touch a thing. But now we'll find out just what second to 7th place did to their boats.
Well, sure, they've been back there playing. Of course they have been. Whether they've changed propellers or they've taken the engine and set it out another notch, we don't quite know. But believe me, they know that they had to make up some time from the first heat. We've got a good battle actually going on back in the pack right now.
Well, between Jim Starkey and Herb White. And they finished second and third respectively.
Even 6th and 7th were battling it out. So
it's a close heat, isn't it? Everybody.
And it's good. Take a look at the way that Hunick was bounced going through that corner. I mean, he's taking a pretty strong pounding.
And he's got good water.
And he's got good water. Can imagine what everybody else has to contend with.
Again, these boats, your total weight is between 600 and 700 pounds. When you're running close to 70 miles an hour, it doesn't take much of a wave up there to upset the balance.
Boat racing is a little different from car racing. Basically, you've got flat pieces of plywood or fiberglass with a huge engine strap to the back. It's absolutely atrocious, actually, if you think about it. There's nothing really holding them on the water except this propeller.
And when you think of it, the driver's not strapped in, and right behind him and 6 other boats beside him, there's a razor-sharp propeller turning about 35,000 RPM a minute. And it's dangerous.
Well,
there's no doubt
it
about
is dangerous, you know, and the Canadian Boating Federation, along with the American Powerboat Association, they're looking into the smaller classes and trying to, I guess, analyze the danger factor here. These guys are, you know, just because they're going maybe 50, even 100 miles an hour slower than some of the unlimited boats now travel, they still, if they get tossed out in the water and another boat hits them, it's game over. So I think very soon you'll see enclosed safety cockpits in these boats as well as
the safety equipment is excellent. They're like the life jackets they wear are they're very durable. I don't think they tear, and they wear good helmets. Now these drivers are not strapped into the boat, obviously, so in the event of an upset, a vicious hook or a blowover, they are going to fly out of the boat.
They'll take a quick route across the course, that's for sure. I've seen these guys bounce along. I've been there actually, like you have been, Peter.
Both of us started in the FE class, didn't we?
Mind you, I don't think I ever got thrown out of one of these boats, so I don't quite know what it's like to get chucked in the water. Well, did you? Yeah, well, you didn't suffer too much brain damage.
Not that I can recall, anyways.
Well, we've got Hunick. He's looking over his shoulder right now. He knows that he can take it a little bit easier. I don't think he's going for any course records out here, as a matter of fact.
Now, I don't know if Steve, in his mind right now, is counting laps. If I'm sure he's got some people on the beach standing out on the pit dock that every time he goes by, they're waving their hands, telling them, you know, just keep going. You've got 2 more laps or 1 lap left.
That's right.
He's in control. Look at that boat.
Now he's got the competitors' crews, of course, that are waving their hands, except they're waving their fists at him. That's right. Slow down. But we've got a well-controlled race here by Hunick. He doesn't have have very much to contend with, quite frankly. I don't think he's going to lap.
He's worked hard this year, and you see the payoff right there is a national championship.
Yeah, this is the granddaddy of them all, as we said. It's the big one. It's the one that everybody wants to get.
Well, it looks like we're going to get a finish here, a carbon copy of the first heat as they come down to take the green flag for the last lap.
One lap to go, Peter, and I don't think there's going to be much problems. It's sometimes funny, though. These guys, sometimes they let their minds wander just for a second, and that's when things happen. They can
I'm sure Steve went out with enough gas for 7 laps, even though he only had to go for 5.
Notice that he's taking a little bit of a wider route around the buoys. He doesn't want us hook or spin into one of those buoys. Can you imagine if he does, if he hits the buoy and he destroys it, he'd be finished. He'd be disqualified. So let him just take it wide. He knows where Starkey's going to be in the end.
This is where he's using his head as well as his foot.
You bet.
And I love watching Herb White. I mean, he bounces and flies, and he's an exciting driver.
But this class is really exciting to watch. I mean, they may run maybe 75 miles an hour, but I'll tell you, 75 miles an hour.
It's the hardest 75 miles an hour to drive on the water.
Think about how you'd feel in your car if you started to bounce like that down the 401 or one of the major highways.
Here they come down for the checkered flag run, and it's Steve Hunick.
Starkey's still trying though. Take a look at that. He's right in his wake. Actually, he's in the turbulent water, but he takes second. He can't quite catch up with Steve Hunick.
Second, Jim Starkey. Third, Herb White.